Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna do a quick and dirty. Are you down? Are you down for a quick and dirty with me? So my wife, this is her favorite kitchen knife. I have had many nice kitchen knives. I've had cheap kitchen knives. This is a cheap kitchen knife, but she just gravitates towards it. She just loves it. This was something she saw online. She watches like a lot of Test Kitchen and all different types of people who review all kinds of different things. And they were saying this is one of the best deals. This is a Sam's Club. It was a part of a 2-pack. So there's 2 chef's knives. The other one is even longer. I want to say this is an 8-inch. The other one might have been like a 10 or 11-inch, something like that. And she just uses this like almost every day. And like I said, I have really nice, I have custom kitchen knives. I have really nice production kitchen knives. But this is it. This is our go-to. It's quite a stout blade here. Nice big oversized plastic handles. Pretty decent grip. This is very industrial kitchen-ish. I've worked in industrial kitchen, not for like a big restaurant or anything. I've done it actually 2 different times in my life. Both times being assisted living homes, where I've been in the kitchen preparing food, helping prepare food. And this is the type of knife they have, right? Big old plastic chunky handles, but they work. They work really well. It actually has pretty decent balance. Like when I use it, I usually, choke up and stuff, but she's like a regular knife and she likes it. But it's time to get sharpened, right? I'm the knife guy. Even if I wasn't the knife guy, I'm the dude who has to keep this stuff going, right? So today we're gonna do a quick and dirty with the Worksharp, all right? I've used this before. I want to say I've even shown it on camera before, but I want to get a quick edge on this. This is the easiest way to do it. Now, this is a kitchen knife. Generally speaking, kitchen knives do have a leaner blade, all right? This is probably not really a 20-degree edge. This is probably more like a, I don't know, 12 to 15-degree edge, something like that, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't even matter because it's just a quick and dirty, right? I'm going to take metal off of both sides of this blade, and it's going to get nice and sharp very quickly. All right, I also have a piece of paper here for a little cut test, because everyone loves a cut test. I want to make sure I'm doing my job right. If it can cleanly slice through paper, it can definitely chop up veggies and meat and everything else. All right, so this is one of 2 of these that I have. I do have plenty of other, what's it called, belts, but I don't have them with me at the moment. They're actually still packed away. I have to kind of dig them out because I've been using different sharpening equipment since I moved, and all my sharpening equipment went into a big old box, and it's kind of a pain to get to. All right, before I plug this in, let me give you a quick rundown if you haven't seen this Worksharp. It's really simple. All right, it is a belt-driven little motorized electric sharpener, right? So you turn the motor on, switch in the back here, and it just spins. So it's constantly running this belt like a belt sander. We have a guide on both sides, right? See the yellow there? What you want to do is start from the heel or base of the blade, and you want to kind of make sure you're pushing it against the wall here, all right? If you start moving around, you're going to change the angle, obviously. So you're just resting there. You're not using much pressure at all. This is a heavy knife, so I mean, you just literally the way the knife is fine. Just make sure you keep it straight against that edge, and then you ride all the way through, all the way to tip. Now, when you get to the tip, I'll give you a quick little tip on the tip. Don't roll off. When you roll off, especially on electric machines, you're rounding your tip, right? So you want to kind of, as you're coming through, you're going to stop when that's halfway on the belt, and then just kind of lift away from it. All right, really simple. All right, this cover comes off. You can see that's how it works, right? So it's rotating one of these wheels, works in a pulley system. There's a little couple lines, I guess you'd say. That's for grip because you push down. See the spring on there? You push down, you're letting off the pressure. This way you can slip on and off different belts. All right, there's a 150 grit belt. All right, I like this. It takes a lot of material off really quickly. All right, so the advantage is you could sharpen a knife in seconds. The disadvantage is you can mess up a knife in a second. It doesn't take much to really screw something up. So sometimes I keep this off and I'll freehand this. That's for very unique situations that I'm not going to be demonstrating right now because we're doing a quick and dirty. All right, so I do have a power plug in the background here. You guys can't see, so hang on a second. Let me just plug this in. Okay. All right. Okay, so again, and by the way, when you're done with this, we do have a ceramic rod on the side, which you can kind of just, I mean, you can use a ceramic rod by itself if you wanted to for sharpening. But this is just gonna like, just take off any little burrs it might have. A lot of times I like taking a block of wood or even a piece of cardboard, and when you're all done, you could just, I mean, like with very little pressure, start from the heel and just do one cut. You're not actually cutting in, you're kind of just rubbing the edge. That will take off any little burrs. All right, it's very helpful. So here we go. Now this is not going to be straight. It's going to be the best angle I have, so it's not going to be totally straight to you. I'll try to do it straight to you so you could see this a little better. So let's zoom in. All right, and here we go. So again, before turning this on, especially when you first get one, practice this at home. Just hold the guide, hold it against the wall here. All right, and again, like you can see how much flex we have. All right, it's easy to just screw things up. You have to kind of practice a little bit. You know, they give you these nice big wings on both sides, so it's a sturdy place to actually hold. All right, again, all this grip here, so you can keep a firm grip on it. Start on the edge, and then again, you're going to push it down just until you start hearing it grind, right? And then just work your way all the way to the tip. And again, remember, don't pull all the way out. Stop about halfway there, and you're good. And then do the other side. All right, and that's it. You really only need one pass on either side. You know, take off the burr, and you're good to go. Quick and dirty, here we go. That should be it. All right. I could feel that it's sharp. I could also feel there's a burr on this side. You go ahead and just do like 2 passes. And again, I'm using almost no pressure at all here. All right, there's no more burr. All right, you can always use your little fingernail, see how well that's going to grab. And I mean, it's grabbing very easily. It is sharp. I mean, that's literally all it takes. All right, now I know some of you guys, you know, perfectionists and stuff, you're going to want to go through the different belts. You could do 150 to like 300, and then maybe 500 or 600, whatever it is. You can buy, you know, different belts for this. But that's it. That is a quick and dirty. I really probably should have done a beforehand. But there we go. We have a sharp enough kitchen knife. Whoop. That will... definitely, you know, slice tomatoes, cut up some beef, chicken, what have you. All right, that's all. Now, when you're done doing your sharpening, especially on kitchen knives, wash them well. If you notice this knife is dirty, I didn't bother to wash it beforehand because I know I'm going to wash it afterhand. And that's very important because when you're grinding, especially something like this, it's taking off a lot of metal quickly, so you have a bunch of metal dust and stuff. It's not the end of the world if you cut a steak right now and cooked and ate it. You probably wouldn't even know. But you don't want to eat metal if you can avoid it, right? So it's probably a good idea to always wash it afterwards. But there you go. So super fun, quick and dirty. Again, normally what I'll do is for kitchen knives, because like I get joy out of sharpening certain knives. Kitchen knives, not so much. Unless it's a really nice quality one or a custom one or something like that. Then I'll break out the stones and I'll hand sharpen it and really take care of it and all that stuff. But like your everyday just stuff you're using, I mean, this is cheap. This is like a 20, I think it was $20 or $25 for a 2-pack. This is a $10 knife. You know, 8 to 10 bucks, whatever it happened to be. And now it's sharp. It's fully functional, ready to go. But I don't care, even if I mess it up, you can zip through again and be good to go. You know what I mean? So what I'll do is, normally, right now it's just this one knife need to be sharpened, but normally I'll do this all at once. I'll take, you know, the paring knives and anything that needs to be sharpened, you know, 6, 7, 10 knives, whatever it happens to be, and just that's it. Zit, zit. You know, take the burr off, do a quick cut test. Oh no, I messed it up. Try again. Zit, zit, okay. And then that's it. I move on. And I can sharpen all of our kitchen knives that get regularly used or put through rotation in literally 3-4 minutes. You know what I mean? It takes longer to set this up than it does to sharpen these knives. So that is the major advantage of turning this on exit. A design flaw. Don't grab it when it's on because the back here is your turn on. But you're actually fairly safe. I'm not going to do that again. Let's go ahead and unplug it. But yeah, you are good to go. All right, and like I said, these belts, they last a little while, the 150s. I've only had, I mean, again, my other machine, this one's the newer one. The other one that I use regularly, that one, the belt, like the 150s, I want to say I wore out of like 2 belts, and I've done a ton of knives. So it's not, it's hard to say how long they really last. I can't definitively say it's good for 18 knives or 50 knives. It depends on how much pressure you put on it, the length of the blades, how often you use it, that kind of stuff. I mean, but they last long enough, I'll say that. It's not like you're going through these belts very often. All right, and again, just super easy to swap these out when you're ready. All right, you can always take them off and just kind of inspect it. Obviously, you want to make sure there's no tears or anything like that, but you know, you'll feel it. It's a grit. It's just like it's a sanding belt. That's all it is. It's a small belt sander, right? But it just makes sharpening knives so easy. But it's kind of a catch-22 because someone, like, let's say you don't like sharpening knives. Like, you're like, oh, you know, it's such a pain. If you don't know too much about sharpening knives, it's also easy to screw a knife up quickly with this thing. You can't, like, really screw it up, but the biggest thing that people will do wrong is just coming in on an angle. You really have to just use these guides. These are here for a reason. Use the guide, just keep a steady pace. That's it. If you're tilting it as you're coming through, that's the only thing that's going to screw up. It's not going to ruin the blade or anything. It's just not going to be sharp. So you just try it again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Only cons to this is if you have like a really expensive sentimental knife, you probably want to hand sharpen that just to make sure you don't screw it up. But even if you have a nice expensive knife, this still works just the same. You just have to be paying attention. As long as you have a steady hand and you're able to drag it through without changing the angle too much, you're probably fine. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of bad things about that. It's awesome. It works great. But anything that you want to be extra careful with, don't use, you know, an electric machine to sharpen it. This is a belt sander. It's just a small one specifically designed for knives. But, you know, you could do this on a regular belt sander too if you had a really steady hand. This just helps you to not screw it up as easily. But anyway, that's it. If you guys have a Worksharp and you have other tips and stuff for people, feel free to share it down below. But that's pretty much it. I love mine for this very reason. I love to sit down and make it a whole ordeal to sharpen knives, you know, especially when they're really nice or they mean a lot to me. And I want to just do a perfect job. That's a whole thing. This is the, I'm busy, I got stuff to do, I have a dull knife, it's got to be sharp, bing, bam, boom, done. And that's what you saw here, the old, quick, and dirty. So, thanks for watching, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.